one thing. I want everybody to look at me. I'm going to pass it to coin after I say one thing. That's a W. Let's eat one. Let's eat one. That's a W. How many people want to eat a W tonight? How many eat a W tonight?
I'm so proud of Brian. He's actually ready to go this time. Has the thumbs up and everything.
Yeah.
How are we doing?
Thumbs up.
You're
Good.
coming off a win with the Bengals. You know,
I am coming off
going
with the Bengals.
into this week. Who do they play this week?
Jets 0-7.
Oh boy, this could be
Big
a
week.
detrimental week for Brian.
Big week. Oh, it could be dead. It could be. I mean, it could go very, very poorly, which I wouldn't be surprised if it went poorly. So
it could. But there was a lot of stuff that happened this week where I feel like we're finally starting to see who's good, because those first 6 weeks, you know, everyone was scrambling around just to see who's real and who's not. And I feel like this week kind of told us a lot.
I still think it's hard.
Really?
Yeah, I still think it's hard. I like this. I mean, we've talked about it multiple times, but it just feels like the year of parity. Like it feels like the year of you don't, which is it's nice because anyone can win it. I think we got confirmation on certain teams. So like the Colts, for example, I think was a team that we got confirmation on. That's like, okay, they're, you know, it's not a Cinderella story. They beat not a great Chargers team, but like a solid Chargers team. Yeah, solid team, like convincingly. It was a blowout in the first half. And
I'm basically saying like, we were starting to filter out some of the frauds.
Yes. Okay. That's fair. Yeah.
That's kind of what I'm saying. We kind of know who the good teams are, and then we know who are like the frisky 7-8 seeds, and then the shit teams, obviously. Mm-hmm. That's shit all teams. Basically I'm saying.
A lot of shit teams. A lot of shit teams.
A lot. And just like you said, the Jets are number one in one category, and that is being shitty.
Yes.
What was this week's like big standout to you? Like, did anything kind of catch your eye?
So,
did you learn anything new?
I'll go back to the Colts just because I kind of already started talking to them. I think that was I do think that was probably the biggest storyline of the week, at least for me. And I talked about it last week. I wanted to see how they competed and played against the Chargers, and they were up 20-3 in the first half. Like they had a 2-score lead pretty comfortably the entire game. I was texting you about it because it was the first time I really watched the Colts. Because again, Bengals play Thursday night, so like Colts have played a lot of 1:00 games. So like I haven't watched them a ton. So like I was able. It's not. I like when
if the Bengals
are playing like on.
You're not watching anything else.
Exactly. So it's nice to get to watch these other games, and that was one of the games that I wanted to sit down and watch for that reason. And I was texting you about this. Like they remind me of the Lions a couple years ago, and I think a couple other people have thrown this out too. But they're playing with kind of a maligned quarterback, right? You have Daniel Jones, who is probably more maligned than Jared Goff was when he got to Detroit. When he got to Detroit, it was like, all right, we're in a rebuild. Like we are, you know, they had one really bad season with him, and then they knew what they were doing, what they were building. Great offensive line, a great running game like the Lions had with Gibbs and David Montgomery, and like that's what they wanted to build off of. You have a great tight end in Tyler Warren, who you can kind of, you can center your offense around similar to what the Lions did with Sam Laporta.
Really quick, is he already the best tight end in the NFL?
Yes, I texted a couple of my other friends and said I think he's the best tight end in football already. Tyler Warren, like I think he is already. Is it far fetched to say? And there's a couple of Bears fans in there, so it's kind of a dig at the Bears fans, right? Because it's like they didn't take Tyler Warren, they took fucking Colston Loveland instead, which I think everyone was upset about, and I think everyone knew it was the wrong decision when it happened.
That's insane.
But but they have Tyler Warren, who kind of fits that Sam Laporta role. They need some more weapons on offense, I think. Like you got Michael Pittman, who's a stud, but like you could do a little bit better there. But then they just have a great, like a solid defense. We were talking about.
Wait. They have Pittman, Downs, Alec Pierce. Like I feel like
no, I know, but there's not like there's not like an Amon-Ra, right? Like if you compare it to the Lions, there isn't like a superstar stud.
Yeah, I guess.
And then their defense just filled with like solid pieces, just well coached and filled with solid piece. You got DeForest Buckner on the inside, who's probably like your star right now. So I mean, I think arrows pointing very high for the Colts because like I don't think this is what they were supposed to be. I think they're peaking a little bit before they probably thought they would. But if they can build off of this going in the next couple of years, what do you mean?
Yeah, I mean, I'm saying no chance they were. I mean, people were talking about Shane Steichen being on the hot seat before.
Yes, right. Yeah, I thought you meant like no chance. This is where they were supposed to be. I was reading it the other way. I was like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, they weren't supposed to be here.
Yes, correct. Yes.
Yeah, they were supposed to be.
We're on the same page. We're on the same page.
Maybe come in third in their division. Like it was the Jags and Texans year.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And now we're talking about the Colts. I mean, I think they're probably top 2.
Yeah.
Like I'm there now.
They have to be.
I can't.
They have to be.
I can't not put them below 2 after like what we've seen and how they've been playing because they're not only beating these teams, they're beating them like by. I mean, they beat the Chargers by 20. Now, part of it was the jerseys. Now, do you want to talk about that really quick?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we gotta retire those, right?
God, dude, those are the worst jerseys I've ever seen in my entire life.
I saw someone call them the Savannah Bananas.
Yeah, I saw that everywhere. Like, just those are horrible. Those were. Did you see the Colts tweet though? Because they look like minions from. Yeah, and and it was Groot with a Colts cape over all the little minions. I thought that was funny, and the Colts actual Twitter account posted that. But yeah, no, I think to your point, I think it's exciting. I think the Colts are there. I think you put them, and we'll get to your power rankings later. But like, I think they have to be 1 or 2 in the AFC at this point. Probably with the Chiefs, who had another, obviously a pretty solid win against the Raiders, 31-0. Mahomes looks fantastic. So that was the other thing for me that stood out is like, okay, the Chiefs might finally be back this year. It's funny though, they're not even in the playoffs right now. If the season were to end, they are on the outside looking into the playoffs, which is crazy to me. I do love it.
You love that.
I do love it. But yeah, go back.
It's kind of go ahead.
Yeah, I was just saying, go back to the real quick, the Tyler Warren, Colson Lovin thing. I think Colson Lovin will be good, but I still think that was probably the wrong draft pick at that point, and I think a lot of people would agree.
Yeah, that's brutal. I mean, I was listening to a podcast today, and someone said that they should change when the draft is until like February 25th. So, because the draft process is too long, and people just start like, oh, his arms are too short. Oh, he doesn't run a 4.4. Oh, he I don't know, pick something that people care about too much that does not matter when like Cam Scatterbill, like he's what, a 5th round? He was a 5th round pick.
Fourth, I think he's 4th. Yeah.
He wasn't fast enough, dude. The guy doesn't care how fast he is. He's just, no one wants to tackle that guy. So it's almost just like, what are we even doing when it comes to like over
the guy you want
people?
He's the guy you want on your football team.
Oh, is he, Brian?
Yes. I mean, he will do anything. He will. Yeah. I mean, obviously everyone's seen the memes. He'll run through a brick wall. But yeah, no. So what you're saying is like people galaxy brain it. And essentially, start overthinking and hey, I'm smarter than everyone else in this room, and I'm going to make this pick that no one else will see coming.
Well, it's not even that. It's more of just they care about things that don't even really matter. Because, I mean, like John, I know this is a touchy subject for you, but like John Ross, like that guy didn't do anything, but he was fast. Who cares? Fuck.
Yeah, we knew. I think everyone knew that was. It's exciting when those picks happen because you're like, oh, he's fat. But like, I think everyone knew that it was a terrible pick.
Like, but even like Xavier Worthy, like, yeah, he's good.
Yeah,
he's fast, but I don't know. I feel like he's only in the spotlight because he's on the Chiefs. If he was on any other team, I feel like he wouldn't be that good. It's not like he's making great like these unbelievable catches. I mean, Rashee Rice is the guy. We saw that this week. He catches. Mm-hmm. What do you have? 2 touchdowns this week? Like right. I
don't know if he had 2, but I know he had a. Yeah, I know he had a. Oh yeah, maybe it was 2. I know he had a great game though. I think he had over 100 yards too, didn't he?
He had 2. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Just some of these draft picks, like the Tyler Warren thing, or taking Colson Loveland over Tyler Warren is just malpractice because we knew Tyler Warren was the best tight end in college football, And then I don't know.
Yeah, all off season. That's what it was. He was the best tight end football.
And
Rashee Rice had 42 yards, by the way. I don't know why I thought 100, but just correcting myself there.
Ryan's our stats guy, so
yeah,
he's right about some things.
Yes, not everything, but I'm right about some things.
Yeah, the Colts are real, and let's stay in that division and just go straight to the Rams Jags game. Did you know the Rams won 35-7, which is crazy because the Jags have beaten the Chiefs. Who else have they beaten? They beat the Bengals, obviously. We know that. No, they lost to the Bengals, right?
No, they lost the Bengals, yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Who did, maybe?
So they beat the Texans, the 49ers, and the Panthers.
The Chiefs.
And the Chiefs, yeah, I said that.
Yeah.
And,
you said the Chiefs, okay.
And then, God, dude, they just get destroyed by the Rams. Did you hear about the Rams not getting to?
Yeah, they didn't get there till like the
Saturday night.
Not even what was it? 24 hours before the game, or like 18 hours before the game, or something.
How crazy is that?
It was planned too, right? Like that's what they planned to do. It wasn't flight delays. It wasn't. Yeah, it's nuts.
Like we're going in and out. Apparently, all the media was like pissed about it because they couldn't get any player interviews or anything. But
maybe that's why they did it.
Yeah, maybe. Rams are insane.
Rams are good.
I was texting you saying that I'm going to place a Matt Stafford MVP bet.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like he's like good odds. I think he's plus 1,200 right now. But yeah, and I think what we were talking about at the beginning, I think the Jags are a big fraud team.
Yeah, there's something with.
I'm out on Trevor Lawrence, by the way.
Yeah, I know you were one of the big believers. Like I've kind of been out on Trevor Lawrence for a few years now. You last year and the beginning of this year, you're kind of a believer. There's just something that's missing, and I don't know what it is.
I know what it is.
What is it? Receivers who can catch the ball across the middle?
Well, not only can he not hit his receivers, when he does, they drop it.
Yeah. Brian Thomas, man. Tough year for Brian Thomas. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. He is scared to go across the middle. Like any ball that goes across the middle, he's ducking his head, taking his eyes off the ball, throwing his arms at it, trying to he just doesn't want to get hit, which I get. I'm sure it's like, I'm obviously, I'm not an NFL receiver. I'm sure it's scary as shit going across the middle, feeling like a safety's going to come destroy you. Mm-hmm. But as a supposed to be top wide receiver in the league, like those are the plays those are the plays you got to make. That's part of your job. And there's obviously some sort of misconnection there. And it's funny because last year Brian Thomas was really good. He was really good with Mac Jones. Like the splits for him with Mac Jones compared to Trevor Lawrence are insane. Like it was a significant difference between how he played with both those quarterbacks, which I thought was interesting. Like I didn't realize that until I saw a stat on it like 2 or 3 weeks ago. But he performed a lot better with Mac Jones and not Trevor Lawrence. So there's something there that they just can't get on the same page. And I also like the other thing with the Jags for me, I like Travis Hunter. Like I think he's going to be a good player, but I said this when we were doing our draft picks. Like I don't know how that player is going to work in the NFL. Like he's going to be a decent wide receiver or a decent corner, but you're not going to be a stud at both. There's just no way it's going to happen. Yeah. So for them to trade a future first round pick to move up, like right now feels like it probably wasn't the right move. I'm sure he'll settle in and figure it out, but
that's what I was kind of saying. I forget what week we were talking about, but I'm like, for them to move up to get this guy that we just don't know what he's going to play, and he can't be great at both, like exactly what you said, because that would require him to play at least 70% of snaps both ways.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
And if he's doing that, he's probably too tired. Mm-hmm. He's probably going to get injured because he's not like a big guy. He's pretty frail, but I think he's got to play defense most of the time and just play red zone offense. That's the only thing that makes sense to me.
Yeah, and I mean, and he had a great game at wide. Like this, I think he got over 100 yards this week. It was his first week over 100 yards. Like he had a good offensive game. But I'm with you. Like I think
a lot
Garbage,
of that
yeah.
was garbage time.
Garbage time. I think the value of him is cornerback. Like, I think that's where you're going to get your draft value, if that makes sense, is trying to turn him into a shutdown corner. I think as like, I don't know if he'll ever be a, like a Jamar Chase, Malik Neighbors, Justin Jefferson type of receiver. But I think he could be a very good corner. I think he's naturally, and I think a lot of people have said this is more naturally a cornerback. And I think that's where you're going to get the value for the second overall pick. Like, if you turn him into a wide receiver, he becomes like a decent wide receiver 1 or like something like that, or like a wide receiver 2. Like, you traded a first round pick and used the number 2 overall pick on him. Like, I just don't think you're ever going to get that value out of it. So I like him though. Like, I think he's going to be a good player. I just think right now it's not working. And I mean, it's only been 7 weeks in his rookie year. So like, we'll see what happens, but I think that's probably part of it is they don't know what to do with probably their biggest addition this offseason. Number 2 overall pick. Like, that's a huge asset.
Yeah. Plus we've kind of learned that a stud wide receiver is not the most important position you need. Like, it's a great asset, but if you can't stop anyone, or if you can't run the ball, if you can't rush the passer, you can't defend the pass, then it doesn't even matter.
Well, and again, not like it's easy for me to transition it to the Bengals because that's what I know and that's what I'm a fan of. But like Jamar Chase, number 1 receiver in football, arguably, if whatever 1, 2, 3, whatever you want to rank him, highest paid wide receiver in football by a large margin. They went 0-4 over a stretch because they had a shitty quarterback and they have a bad defense, and they weren't even close. Like, he's not going to carry them to those kind of wins. Like, it's just not. You can't do it. So and they were getting destroyed.
You can't even help. You can't even help if the quarterback is on the ground.
Correct. Exactly.
So it's basically just $40 million on the sidelines.
Mm-hmm. So I agree with you there. It's like you need to get value out of those picks, and I don't know if that's why they're usually used on quarterbacks, pass rushers, and then every once in a while a lineman or a corner. Like, those are the 4 positions where those top 5 picks usually go. And I don't know. It's tough.
It is, because I think Jamar, we can talk about this really quick. I think Jamar was the right pick, but
for sure. Yeah.
At the time.
But
the people who are penny stool stands are doing a little victory lap, especially with how the Lions are doing.
Mm-hmm. Well, and that one, like, I'm a firm believer in this. There was a 5th overall pick. I'm still a firm believer Jamar Chase was the right pick. They don't go to the Super Bowl without Jamar Chase that year.
No, I agree. I'm just saying. Yeah. I'm just saying the people who are talking about the Bengals offensive line troubles.
Yes.
They're doing flips right now. They're excited because they think they're right. But you need to build your team in the trenches, and then you build out of that. That's how every great team has done it. There's not been any teams who have paid 3 or 4 guys a shit ton of money and then just nickel and dime their way the rest of the team.
Yeah, and on to that point, like, I still think the Bengals did a bad job with how they allocated their money. Like, I paying Chase was a no-brainer. I was happy when they paid T because it was like, hey, they did it. They did something that no one said they could do. But yeah, is that the best way to build a roster? No, and we've kind of seen that now that probably could have used that money towards the O-line or another pass rusher next to Trey. So I agree with you. You can't allocate that much money. So it's interesting. Like, the whole Jaguars are super, super interesting, but I agree with you. I think they're pretenders. Like, I think that's one of your, as you said at the beginning, those teams we kind of saw as a little bit of a pretender. So
yeah, they kind of filtered themselves out. Did you want to talk about the Thursday game, or do you think that's just kind of too far in the past?
I'll do a quick talk just because it's Bengals. So I will say it was like game of the year so far. One of the games of the year. Like, that game was electric. It was. That game was awesome. I think there was a lot of people who had the same sentiment, and not just being a Bengals fan, but I do think, again, as a Bengals fan, it provides a little bit of hope for the team. And like, in the moment, I'm pumped. I'm excited because it's like, all right, we have a chance. When they traded for Joe Flacco, it was never for Green Bay. Like, he played 4 days later. It was always to play against the Steelers because they knew that's what the season came down to. Like, and I think a lot of Bengals fans would agree with that. Like, you weren't expected to go to Lambeau to win. You're 1-0 in the division going into that game. And now you're 2-0 in the division, and you're 3-1 in the AFC. You're 3 of your 4 losses are in the NFC. So, like, when it comes to tiebreakers, like, they're in a very good spot. Here's my problem.
Oh, boy.
I have a question for you. Do you think the defense has been worse than it was last year?
It's kind of tough to tell strictly because the offense is so bad.
Yeah. So, and that's...
But I would say it's the same.
I'm glad you said that, because I think the offense was so bad without Joe that it was all like, oh, the offense sucks, we don't stand a chance. The defense this year through 7 weeks is on pace to give up the most points in franchise history. They've given up 27 points in 6 straight games, dating back to week 2. The only week they didn't was against the Browns, where they gave up, like, I think it was 16. They are currently on pace to have they're the worst through 7 games in, like, defensive efficiency, opponent points per game, EPA, defensive EPA per play, like, all these metrics. And it kind of went under the radar because the offense was so bad. So, like, when you hear those stats, it puts into perspective, like,
well, when your offense is constantly throwing interceptions and
that's true. That is part of it. Yeah,
can't get past their own 50-yard line. You're giving the opposing offense short fields, better chance to score. So I think it's a little bit of both. But Lou Anarumo was the scapegoat last year, and look what he's doing with the Colts. Like he's the defensive coordinator for the best team in football, arguably, and well, the best record, I guess. And I mean, it's just, again, it's just kind of malpractice, but we don't have to talk about that part, but I understand what you're saying, but like, you can look at all the numbers, but you also have to understand the context of it, where the offense is so bad this year that they're just giving teams points, basically.
Yeah. Setting up the defense. Yes. They're not playing in harmony, setting up the defense for failure, but the defense is still a problem. And like, that's where it just brings it back into reality a little bit. Like, you feel really good, but again, you still have, you still have that in the back of your mind that the defense is not good. They could not stop Aaron Rodgers. Besides, they got the 2 turnovers, but other than that, they could not stop him all game. 2nd and 20 touchdown and a 3rd and 18 touchdown. Like,
one of those, like the DK ripping it out of his hands.
Yeah.
That was insane.
That was nuts. It was awesome.
Like, that
DJ Turner.
That wasn't Aaron Rodgers. That was just
that was an insane play.
Yeah.
DJ Turner, he's the one. He is the biggest bright spot besides Trey Hendrickson in that defense, which is cool. You have a building block to go off of. But last thing I'll say about the Bengals real quick. I need to correct my stat from last week, my Google AI record stat that I got wrong that said 4-30-1. So we just need to rectify that. Which, again, in the moment, like, I knew it probably wasn't right because they went to... Was it Reddit page? I just Googled it and I just read the first thing I saw. But me, you, and Aaron kind of went back and forth trying to figure it out. Because it's not anywhere. It's not anywhere.
I had to go back and do it.
We physically had to go count and figure out his record without him. Like, he didn't play the last game of the season when they went to the playoffs one year. Like, the tie, he was in the tie. Like, we knew he was in the tie. I said that last week. So now his record without Joe Burrow is 8-28. That's what we have figured out. It's 8-28.
Okay.
With the win, counting the win this week.
All right. That's brutal.
Does that sound right to you?
If that's correct, because we still don't know. You know what, man? I don't know anything anymore. So let's just.
Regardless, it's bad, and he sucks. That's the moral of the story. Is it's bad.
Yeah. Okay. So moving on. So I'm just gonna rattle off some games, and you just stop me when you wanna. Yeah. When you want to talk about one. All right. Patriots, Titans. Titans stink. We know that.
Patriots look fantastic. Drake May looks awesome. Like,
he's
bright future.
He's like
easiest
MVP rate.
Yeah. Easiest schedule in the NFL left too. They play like no one. They have a chance to roll and win that division, which is kind of crazy.
Yeah. Saints, Bears.
Saints stink. I still think the Bears, like, they've won 4 in a row.
Who they played?
But
let's see.
Yeah, I don't.
They've beaten Saints, Commanders, Raiders, who they beat Raiders by 1 point, who are terrible, and Cowboys. So we'll see. Who do they play this week? They play.
We'll see. Ravens.
They got. Okay, so we probably will still learn nothing unless they lose without Lamar. Is Lamar practicing, by the way?
He did practice today. He came like 20 minutes after it started. So I think he is going to play. And then they have the Bengals after the Ravens. So actually, we'll probably learn a lot about them the next 2 weeks.
That's true. Dolphins, Browns. Dolphins are dead. I said, hold on. Before the season started, I said we talked about the fantasy thing. We went through all the divisions, and you know what? I'm going to stand on the table right now and just yell to the mountaintops. I told you so. Anyway, keep going.
Tua, worst contract in sports besides Deshaun Watson?
It's a good question. I'm trying to think of basketball players. Yeah, it's bad. And
it's
I actually
terrible.
want to do something after we finish up with the games here that involves the Dolphins. And guess what? It's not positive.
Did you see what he said today?
He said something about like he's not the tallest guy. That's why you can't see Jalen Waddle. I mean, like, what are we? I thought it was an AI video.
Like
I swear, I thought it was an AI video.
You have your
Who says that?
you have your $52.5 million quarterback throwing to like $26 or $27 million a year wide receiver, and he's like, I just can't really see him, so I don't throw him the ball. Like,
That's crazy.
If I was a Dolphins fan, I would be losing my shit.
Are we sure that video is real?
I think it is real. It might be. You never know nowadays, though. Like,
I thought it was an AI. I swear to God, I thought it was an AI video.
But this is coming after his like leadership talk and kind of throwing some of his teammates under the bus. Like that whole thing is a mess. They need to blow it up. They need to. I don't know, but yeah. All right. Anyway, on we go.
Carolina Jets. No, I don't want to talk about that unless you want to spend 30 minutes on the Panthers like you did the Titans that 1 week. Kansas City.
Oh, actually, I do have a Panthers thing I want to talk about real quick.
Oh boy.
Just real quick. Have you seen the thing about the podcasters?
No.
The Panthers podcasters. So they started a podcast in 2019, and earlier this year, like I think the Panthers were 0-2 or maybe 1-3. They were 0-2 to start the season. They basically they have a pretty big following. They posted this giant thread on like, guys, we're quitting the podcast. We've dedicated our entire Sundays to this team where we watch the games, we break down the film, and do like an hour and a half podcast. So he's like, we go away from our families from like 10 a.m. to 9 p.m. on a Sunday. We can't do it anymore. This team's like, we can't do this with this team. Like, too much effort has gone into it, too much of our time. Like, until they show us something, we're never, and they've gone like undefeated since they canceled the podcast. I just thought it was funny. I don't know why. I just thought it was funny.
Every fan base has a fan that curses them.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. I see you looking at me. Don't take your eyes off me. Don't look at me like that.
The Brian curse lives on. All right. Let's talk about the Eagles-Vikings.
Yeah.
Eagles look pretty good.
Yeah, they did. They got their passing attack going, which I think was really, I mean, you could probably speak to it as an Eagles fan. Like, how did that feel for you to see the offense move the ball like that?
I mean, Jalen Hurts went 19 for 23 with 3 touchdowns, perfect passer rating. Got both Devontae Smith and AJ Brown involved. The only thing I don't understand is why they can't run the ball.
I know. There's something with like Saquon,
I'm not
man.
sure if like they're. I just don't know what's happening with it. Like, is it the offensive line? Is it like, are they like kind of tipping their plays a little bit? But I don't know. Their defense looked better. The score is a lot closer than what the game actually was, but they looked better. I still don't think they look as dominant at all as they did last year. But again, it's early. God, who they have next week? Oh, they have the Giants again. So.
Oh, that's right. We were talking about that. I hate when they do that. 2 division games in like 3 weeks. I don't know why they always do that. It happens to like 2 or 3 teams every year. I don't get it. The Bengals have Ravens 2 out of 3 weeks. Like, why? Why can't you just spread them out a little bit?
Yeah, give us a 3-week break from the same team we just played, especially
Yes.
after like a pretty electric game.
Yeah,
like the coming out party for Jackson Dart and Cam Scadaboo. So yeah, the Eagles look better. Gave me a little bit more optimism as a fan. So
how do you feel?
The Vikings just
so they're 5-2. How do you feel now compared to what you did at the beginning of the season? Like confidence level. If you 1 out of 10 to start the season, where are you at now?
It's 10 winning a Super Bowl.
Yeah, 10 winning a Super Bowl.
Oh, I'm 5
right now.
Yeah, and week 1 10.
Really? Okay. So you feel very.
It hasn't gotten below 5, but it hasn't changed. If that makes sense. Okay. So like after like week 3, I'm like, you know what? It's probably not going to happen again. Mm-hmm. It helped. Like if they beat the Giants by like 20 points next week, it'll go up to 7. But if they don't, at least cover -7.5, it's just you got to be a team like the Giants. Like they don't even have their best player.
Especially since you lost them once already. Like this is a big game for Philly. Like you can't lose 2 division games to the Giants. Yeah, like this is big.
100%. Speaking of the Giants.
Okay. I was just curious. Mm-hmm. That game was nuts.
33 points in the fourth quarter.
Dude, I didn't so watching the game, I didn't even realize it was 33 in the fourth. Like I didn't put it together until like 2 hours after the game. I was like, holy shit, they scored 33 points in the fourth quarter.
I was out drinking, watching these games, and I had Red Zone on. I was at bars. We were just hopping around, and I almost texted you because the Packers and the Broncos were losing in the fourth, and the Broncos were losing by what? 20? 19?
Yeah, 19. I think it was 19-0.
They didn't score a point? Like that's against the Giants. I mean, I know the Giants have a good defense, but like what are we even talking about? Like people were talking about Denver winning the Super Bowl this year, and I almost texted you saying the Broncos and Packers stink. And then I remember refreshing my phone.
I think you did text me that. I think you did, didn't you?
Well, let me see.
I had too many drinks.
I might have. Yeah, because we were bouncing around. I just remember refreshing my phone when we got to the last place, and yeah, they came back and won. That's like, is that the biggest? That's like the biggest comeback since like 1970.
I got it. All right. Packers at Sunday, 5:56 p.m. my time. Packers stink, Broncos stink, Chargers stink, Commanders stink.
I said that?
Yeah. And I said Bengals Super Bowl.
I'm trying to find that. Okay, I'm on Monday.
So it was Sunday. So it was Sunday at like 7 o'clock.
Oh my God, I did. And then I said the Flacco bump. Yeah. Yes. That's what a couple shots of tequila would do to you. But
yeah, for sure. We've all been there. But no, I agree. Like I agree with you. I don't know how you lose that game, and the fact that they were able to come back and have that game-winning drive, and then you miss the extra point, second missed extra point of the game. I know he was a backup kicker, but like,
you gotta make it, bro.
Gotta make it, and he's never get like. That's what sucks about being like a kicker in that situation. You have an opportunity, which is awesome. You miss, your career's like, his career's probably over. It might not be. Like someone might give him a chance just because he's kicked in the NFL before, but missing 2 kicks like that is tough to come back from in those pressure situations. And then Broncos go right down the field. And that throw he hit to, I think it was Troy Franklin, the first kind of deep pass he threw, he was absolutely throwing it to Cortland Sutton. And it just fell. Or maybe it was Marvin Mims. It just fell in his lap. Like, those are the things that need to happen to win those kind of games. And this is twice now the Broncos have come back from big deficits to win. Yeah, well, the Eagles come back. Weren't they down 17-3 or something against the Eagles? And they came back and won in the fourth quarter. So like that's 2 big comeback wins. And then they played the Jets really close. So like I can't really get a read on the Broncos. I feel like they should have blown some of these teams out. but then they win some of these kind of miraculous ways, and then you
Yeah.
play the Jets and you win 13-9 or whatever they won. Like they're a tough read.
I just don't
They're a tough read
understand
for
their
me.
offense. Yeah,
Yeah.
they won 13-11, but that was in London.
Yeah.
They beat the Bengals 28-3. That
Jake Browning.
Yeah. Lose to the Chargers. I don't know, man.
They should have beat the Colts, but they had that leverage penalty on the kick, on the field goal.
Yeah.
It's like they're such a weird team.
Yeah. Okay, so the last team I want to talk about, because we're going to talk about the Packers, the Niners, the Lions, Bucks, and Seahawks during my top 10 thing. Cowboys.
Yeah. Another tough read, man.
I know exactly what they are. They're the Bengals last year. They're going to miss the playoffs by one game.
Probably.
They're going to go 9-8, miss the playoffs.
Well, yeah, the tie. So this is where the tie gets interesting, though. Like it could be, it can help you. Yeah, they're going to go 8-1. Like it can help you, but it can also hurt you, right? Like it's one of those things that is tough because if let's say 9-7 makes the playoffs, you're pissed. But let's say, and you're 8-1, but let's say 9-7 would have made the playoffs, but you're 9-6-1. You know what I mean? Like it can go, or whatever. My math is wrong, but you know what I'm saying.
Dude, the Cowboys play in prime time.
I'm sure a ton.
So they play Monday night. Let's see, November 3rd and November 17th.
They play on Thanksgiving too, right?
When's Thanksgiving? Yeah, they play the Chiefs.
Yep.
That's a good game.
Mm-hmm.
So they play the Cardinals November 3rd, Monday night.
Oh, God.
And then they play the Raiders.
Oh, God.
We got to flex that out.
I was going to say, Cowboys are a team you actually, this variation of them is a team you want on primetime because they'll score a lot of points.
I agree.
But they'll give up a lot of points. But you want it to be you don't want it to be the Raiders and the Cardinals. You want it to be I don't know. Who am I thinking? The Bill, but that would be a better game, or the Buccaneers or something. Someone else with a decent offense. Ravens would be sick. Cowboys, Niners. Yeah. I don't know.
Even they already played Carolina. I'm trying to think of I don't want to watch the Texans again.
No, Texans, no. Bad offense.
Man.
The Vikings even would be good.
Atlanta?
Somewhat. Yeah, Atlanta. Just naming every team in the NFL.
Yeah, someone else. Just not the
Anyone
Raiders,
but those
man.
teams. Yeah. Oh, it's funny.
Anyone but the Raiders. Yeah. Anyway, so that's all. They're the Bengals of last year. The Cowboys are.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And the Commanders have no one healthy. Their average age is 75, and it would be 80 if Jaden McDaniels wasn't on the team. It's bad.
Yep. It's bad. I agree.
Okay, so go ahead.
I was going to say, Commanders, we talked about it at the beginning of the year. It felt like, not that it was a Cinderella last year, but maybe a little bit of regression from Jane Daniels. He's been hurt. And then they just never had the defense last year. It was it felt like, a little bit of a Cinderella story. I think there's a lot of people who had them kind of falling down this year. And I think they're going to be I still think they're a good team, but I don't see them making the playoffs right now. Kind of one of those first couple teams out of the playoffs.
I agree. Before we get to, how should we do this? Okay, before we get to, okay, go ahead.
One last thing, Buccaneers are.
No, we're gonna do that. We're gonna do that.
Okay, do that. Okay,
we'll cover that in the top 10 because I want to do this really quick. So I was thinking about some of these teams and some of these fan bases, and did you see that video of that kid who got interviewed walking by the Jets fan?
No, I don't think I did.
Anyway, this kid, he's probably 16, 17 years old, just walking by and someone goes, it was interviewing him, and he just basically goes, I was born into this. This team fucking sucks.
Yeah, I hate everything my life
about it. Yeah. All I could think was man, that was Brian. But that made me think of what teams right now are in some kind of purgatory of we need to rebuild, but it's going to take at least 5 years. And so I thought,
Browns.
Okay, that's your number one choice. Okay, so I came up with a 4, and I was going to give you the 5th, and the Browns weren't on there strictly because they are a quarterback away, and I understand, and that's the common theme with these teams. Like they don't have a quarterback, but also some of these teams that do have a quarterback and they are on big contracts, that's almost worse because you have like a. So I'll just go through my list. Like number 1, I had Miami.
Yeah, Miami's got to be one.
They're number 1 because they have Tua. They have that payment. However much he's made. Was he making $50 million a year?
52 or something, and they've signed a lot of like defensive players that I think they're going to try and offload. They would just it's not working. Yeah, they
didn't resign. They didn't resign any of their good defensive players. All their offensive players get hurt, and then Tua is just not good. He's going to be a backup somewhere when this contract is up. So again, these teams all have a common theme of lacking of a quarterback, basically. Second team is Jets.
Okay.
I mean, obviously, they try the Justin Fields project, and he is so bad as well. I mean, that guy can't even throw like a 5-yard out route. It's crazy that Steelers fans wanted him back.
Well, so this is what, and to go, like talk about this real quick. I saw this. Ownership went in on Justin Fields today or yesterday in that meeting, and he's basically saying no coach could win with this at quarterback. Steelers went 4-2 with him as a starter last year, so he was basically wrong.
Yeah,
like he was basically wrong. So wrong. I just thought it was interesting because it was like, I mean, they did win games with him last year, so. But no, I think it worked out for Steelers fans. Yeah. Absolutely. Like if you were choosing between Russell Wilson and Justin Fields, I would have taken Justin Fields too. But I think everyone is happy that they got Aaron Rodgers. I think he's a massive upgrade.
Yeah, and we didn't even talk about his 70-yard throw. That's insane.
Longest recorded throw since 2017. That's insane. And he's 42 years old. No, he
off an Achilles injury.
Any Bengals fan is absolutely lying if they were not shitting themselves during that play.
Oh my God.
I was losing it.
And plus he's the guy who makes all those plays. Like he's Mr. Hail Mary.
Yeah.
The Hail Mary.
Like he's the Hail Mary guy. So, and I looked up cap space for this too, just because I wanted to throw some so Dolphins for next year have negative 11 million. They're 11 million in the hole for cap space. So they don't have they have contracts they can't get out of, tough for them. So that's partially why I think they're also number 1.
Yeah. Yeah. So Jets are 2 on my list. Who do you think is 3?
Saints.
Nope.
Are they on your list or no?
Nope.
NFC or AFC?
AFC.
AFC. And it wasn't Browns because you said they were on your list.
Those two are close. I think the Saints have some kind of path because they're not tied to anyone. They have a young head coach, and I think they actually have some sort of plan to get out of whatever they're in right now.
Yeah.
And the teams that I have here right now are not.
No plan. Okay, so the reason I went Saints is because they're kind of at a dilemma at quarterback. You drafted a guy that's not playing, you have Rattler, and then your cap issue is really bad.
I understand.
God, what is
I understand, but the cap issue, the cap issue is fine for now because they're not trying to win now, and they're not trapped with some shitty quarterback.
Sure.
On a bad contract. So that's basically what I'm saying.
Raiders?
Yeah, Raiders.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. The Pete Carroll thing.
Purgatory. Yeah.
They just hired Pete Carroll, who's 73 years old. Gino does not look good. They have no weapons. Brock Bowers is hurt. They have a lot of things they need to fix, like the Mason Crosby, right?
Max Crosby.
Jesus, who am I thinking of? Max Crosby. They gotta get rid of that guy, right?
Yeah. No, I think you got to keep him. Mason Crosby, kicker for the Packers. I think that's what you're thinking of. Yeah.
Keep him.
Yeah. No, Max Crosby, I think
why do you keep him?
They just gave him a contract extension. They don't really have anyone else to pay, and he's a freak, man. Like, he's so good. I think he's your building block on that team right now.
How old is he?
27.
Is he really?
Yeah, he's not that old, because this was the whole thing with him and Trey Hendrickson. Like, he's a couple years younger than Trey Hendrickson.
Yeah. Okay.
28, yeah. He just turned 28.
I guess, but like, your rebuild is going to be 3 years. Then all of a sudden he's 31. Mm-hmm.
Yes, no, your rebuild is going to be long. But I think you need, during those rebuilds, like, you need players you need good players.
Yeah.
They do have a ton of cap space too. $103 million next year.
Yeah, I understand that, but who are you paying that to?
No, I know you're not going to find a quarterback on the market that's worth paying, because there's never quarterbacks on the market worth paying. Yeah. No, I'm with you. It's hard. It's hard.
Yeah, and again, their coach is 90, and then
yes, terrible situation.
And the last is the Cardinals.
Yeah, Cardinals
thing isn't working. People are saying Jacoby Brissett is better. Marvin Harrison, like, is he good?
Yeah, I think I would put the Cardinals above the Raiders.
Why?
Just because they've already paid Kyler, it's harder to get out of those contracts. Like, I guess they've already paid Geno though. I guess the Raiders already paid Geno. Yeah, no, it's tough. Both kind of lame duck coaches, it feels like. Jonathan Gannon's just not doing it.
Tell you what, though, the Cardinals have been in a lot of these games.
They have been. They're always kind of right around 500.
So the Kyler thing is like the main thing that sticks out for me is they got this. He was the number one pick. He isn't panning out. Like, he had one good year like 3 years ago.
Mm-hmm. When he got his contract.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I guess he just plays too much Call of Duty. So would you put the Browns at 5?
I think I'd put the Browns at top 5 solely because they still have the Deshaun Watson contract, which I think they can get off of after next year. They might just need to eat it. They have Myles Garrett, who they signed to a massive contract, but he's 29 or 30, and he's making $40+ million a year. So, like, at some point, that's going to come to roost. But I do agree with you. Where, like, they have a defense. Like, if they had a semblance of an offense, they could be competitive.
And they have good weapons.
Dude, I'm not a Jerry Jeudy guy. Like, I think he stinks.
Yeah, but Quinshawn, and then
Quinshawn,
Njoku, and Fannin.
Yeah, Fannin. I don't know. I think part of it is the Browns. Like, they just seem like they're cursed. Like,
so you're saying you wouldn't want to be the Browns in any year?
No.
Okay. There we go.
I just don't see how the decisions they made. I don't see they dig themselves out. They're in one of the worst spots cap wise coming up the next few years. Like, I don't see how they do it. And then they drafted a 3rd round rookie and a 5th round rookie quarterback. Like, what are you gonna do next year? Are you gonna pick someone in the top 5 when you and then have 3 of these young it's just the whole quarterback situation is weird. Like, I don't get it. I don't understand that strategy at all. And then you kind of have the Shador thing. Like, you kind of have this like media circus that's just gonna follow you with it. And I don't know. I'd put the Saints close too. Just again, I don't really know how many foundational pieces they have. They are
close. They are close. I'm just saying that they have some semblance of a path where they have a young coach and they can basically go in any direction. And I feel like it's not as there was no expectation.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah. They're supposed to be the worst team in football, and they do not look like the worst team in football. So.
Exactly. And the Jets are the worst team. The Raiders are the worst team. Mm-hmm. So at least
Cardinals is the one that I was not. The Cardinals, like, once you laid out your points, it makes sense. But that was one I was not thinking about. But I think it was a good addition.
Thanks, man. All right, so I'm gonna get to my top 10 really quick because we're going for a minute. All right, Jesus. So I'm just gonna start from the top. From 1, Chiefs 1.
Okay.
Colts 2.
Right. Yep.
Lions 3.
Okay.
Eagles 4. Stop me if something sticks
No,
out.
go on.
Rams 5. Bills 6. Seahawks 7. Bucks 8. Packers 9. Broncos 10.
Okay. I think I would have I know we've been big Bucks guys. I think I would put them a little bit further down. I think I would put them behind the Packers. I know the Packers haven't looked great either, but they've been winning. I know the Bucks have been winning too, but just all the injuries. And I know you've said this is what you see going forward as like who can potentially win a Super Bowl. I think these injuries to the Bucks are just going to catch up to them at some point. Like we kind of saw it this week against the Lions. They couldn't really move the ball on offense. And I think that's because they're missing literally their entire offensive weapons. And then you got Igbuka out there hobbling
Playing
around
hurt.
on
Yeah.
and he kind of was a non-factor. But you lose Mike Evans for the year. Chris Godwin came back, got hurt again for like the 9th time in the last 3 years. Who's to trust that he's going to stay healthy? When he comes back, Bucky's still not going to be back next week. He's going to miss another week. Like that's the one for me that
boy, I know he's on my fantasy team.
Yeah, there's a lot of injuries. Like I think they have the potential if they can get some of those guys back, but Mike Evans missing the majority of the year. We'll see. I think the Packers. I think you could still. You've had a Micah Parsons game finally where he kind of exploded, which was nice to see. So hopefully he can build off that a little bit. So I think I would put the Bucks a little bit lower, Packers a little bit higher. But other than that, I think Chiefs 1, Colts 2. I think is right. It's funny, the number 1 team in the power rankings, not currently in the playoffs. It's nuts, but it's the way it is right now.
Patrick Mahomes is scary, man.
He looks good this year. Yeah. Last couple weeks specifically. Yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting. All right. Player of the week?
Player of the week. I said it, and I'm going to stick to it. This might be my only chance to give the Bengals player of the week. I'm going to duel it with Joe Flacco and Jamar Chase. Give them the players of the week. Yeah.
What a 180. You told me you were changing it.
I know. Honorable mention, Jonathan Taylor. Honorable mention, he had an unbelievable game against the Chargers. And we haven't talked about him enough. Like he is playing as offensive player of the year. Like he looks so good.
It's insane.
So he's my honorable mention, but I am going to go with Joe Flacco coming in 9 days off of being traded to win a Thursday night game against a division rival. And Jamar Chase, 16 catches, setting a franchise record. Like he's all over, like he's a beast. He's all over the place. And it could have been more. He actually dropped like 2 passes. Like it could have even been worse.
Was it 23 targets? I want to give
23, which insane. 23 targets, insane. But like I liked what they did. A lot of those were run plays that they got off of because Flacco knows the defense. They know how Pittsburgh's going to play them, and that's why he had so many targets. So many of those quick slants, quick outs were design run plays that had a pass option built in. And I didn't even realize he had 16 catches either until like the game was over. I was like, holy shit.
It's crazy.
But it was really fun to watch. And I think it's nuts that they were able to do that coming off of 8 or 9 days, which is why Mike Tomlin was so mad. He got traded to the Bengals.
And he didn't even know all the plays either.
Yeah. He said half the time he was out there winging it, which is just nuts.
That's crazy.
So it's awesome though.
All right. So I have a parlay. And since it's tight ends day,
I love it.
I got Dallas Goedert, Tyler Warren, Jake Ferguson, Tucker Kraft.
Love it.
And that gives you plus 4,700 on Hard Rock.
Plus 47. Damn.
Yeah.
All right. Let me check mine. Let me pull mine up. I made mine earlier today as well. All right. So I did. Where are you at? I've played some bets already. I'm going to be out of town, so I need to play some bets. I did not fully tight end day, but Dalton Kincaid coming back with the Bills. I think Josh Allen's going to get his buddy back. They're going up against the Panthers team, who have been better, but I'm going to go Dalton Kincaid. A.J. Brown against the Giants. I think this is a redemption game for the Eagles. Talked about it a little bit. It's a big game. They finally got him going. I think he scores again. I would say that it's probably the weak point of the Giants defense too, is their secondary. So if Jalen Hurts has time to hold the ball and throw it, I like AJ Brown. And then going back, I think we've each had him in our parlays at least once. George Pickens. I'm going George Pickens again.
Dude,
They played
he's
they
automatic.
they played Denver, and I'm assuming Cortland Sutton's gonna, or not Cortland Sutton.
CeeDee Lamb,
No, yeah, I'm drawing a blank. God,
Troy
the
Franklin,
corner. No, the corner for Denver,
Surtain.
defensive player of the year last year. Yes, thank you, Patrick Surtain.
Jesus.
Yeah, I don't brain fart.
Good.
Yeah, I think he's going to be on CD, and so I think it'll open up some spots against Riley Moss, the cornerback for the Broncos, for him, give him an opportunity to score, and that gives you odds of plus 24.93. I did a 15% boost to get it to 28.68. So $15 on that pays out $4.50.
So you had Dalton Kincaid, AJ Brown, and George Pickens.
15 pays out $4.50. So I felt like that was pretty good odds for those three guys to score touchdowns.
I love it.
So,
all right, let's get to our picks.
Okay. We doing NBA or no?
Oh shit. Yeah, we are. All right, okay. Brian.
Real quick. Well, we won't make it long.
Okay, hold on. Let me place your parlay. All right, so I actually thought a lot about this, and since Brian is a Bulls fan and the Bulls stink, honestly, this is for me. I want him to follow the NBA closely this year, so I'm making him place a bet on a futures on who's gonna win the NBA championship. And so that obviously means I can't pick like the fucking Miami Heat because they're not good, or I can't pick the Sacramento Kings because they're not good. And obviously I'm not going to make him be an Oklahoma City Thunder fan because they just won. So I thought, all right, who's top 8 in futures to win it all? And I thought, maybe Houston Rockets. And then I watched the game last night. I'm like, you know what? That's too much size for Brian. Brian wants to be relatable. He can't watch an average height
of like
6'10"
or 10. Yeah.
Go out there because he'd be like, I don't even fit in here. So, Brian, you're going to be a Minnesota Timberwolves fan.
I love it.
And
I love it.
I know you're a big Anthony Edwards guy, as am I. So we are going to be taking our talents to Minnesota and jumping on the bandwagon. And on Hard Rock, it's plus 1,300 for them to win it.
I like that it's not, a top 3 team, right? What are they on the odds list?
Yeah. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
See, I think that's perfect. It's a team that's going to be good, that is going to be in contention and alive. They have fun players. I'm in. Man, it's Minnesota. I don't know. Something about Minnesota, man. It's cold. Love it.
That's what it is. I mean, you kind of remind me of Michael Scott sometimes, where you start a sentence and you don't really know where it's going, so you just say shit. Yeah. So Minnesota Timberwolves fans. This year, I'm going to be placing a hefty bet on them.
Yeah, me too. It's going to be a fun team to follow. They were fun. They were the team I was cheering for in the playoffs last year too. They were fun to just follow and watch. And I would love to see Anthony Edwards win a championship. What other teams, real quick? What were the final teams that you were deciding between?
The final teams were the New York Knicks, the Rockets, Timberwolves, Clippers, and Warriors.
Okay.
But I feel like the Warriors
Timberwolves.
don't really have a chance. The Clippers, there's just too much nuance. The Knicks, no one really wants to root for a New York team unless you're from there. So, and then the Houston Rockets, I like KD. I mean, he's just all about ball, and I love that. And but when you're a superstar and you join a new team, that never really works. So I feel like Minnesota coming back, bringing the team back with Julius Randle, Rudy Gobert. They did lose a few pieces, pretty important role players, but I think they'll be good.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think that was the right pick. Like, if listing those teams off, the team I would have picked out of all of them would have been the Timberwolves. The other one that I would have before Halliburton got hurt.
Know your friends, people. Know your friends.
Yes. Before, if Halliburton would have gotten hurt, I think the Pacers would have been a cool one too. Like, to come back again.
Pacers
like,
would have been number one on our list if he was playing.
That would have been awesome. It's a bummer that he's not playing, but
it is a bummer. The East kind of stinks. Yeah. I was thinking about Milwaukee, but like, there's no way that I'm letting you root for a team with Kyle Kuzma on it.
Well, it's also like, I kind of like it because now there's a Western Conference team. Like, I can still cheer for the Bulls, but I still have that West. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's also, I think, kind of nice.
Didn't think of it like that, but there's also not many East teams, and I'm not gonna you're not gonna be a Cavs fan.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, fuck them. Fuck Cleveland. All right, let's do our picks. What?
All right, so we had a good week last week. 5-1 last week for us, which is fantastic.
Let's go.
Mike, you are now 13-8 on the season.
I went 3-0 last week. Can you please say it to 3-0. People?
Oh, did I not say it? So sorry. Mike went 3-0. So he is now 13-8 on the season. And I went 2-1. And I am now 10-11. So clawing back to 500. So overall, we're positive, which is good. So since you went 3-0, you get to go first. Like you have pretty much this entire season. It's like the first 2 weeks.
Yeah. Damn, the Ravens are 6.5-point favorites. That's crazy.
So I placed a bet on Bears money line because I thought Lamar Jackson wasn't going to play. I cashed out once he went to practice. So.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I still think the Bears can beat them because their defense is so bad.
I do agree.
Oh my God. All right. Man. All right.
It's a tough week.
Give me the 49ers plus 1.5 at -118.
49ers plus 1.5. -118?
Yeah, I don't believe in the Texans. And even though San Francisco has people off the street playing for them on defense, I'm out.
I'm going to take this actually was like my favorite bet of the week. Bengals -6.5. Again, just because they're 6.5 against the Jets. I think a lot of turmoil going on right now with the Jets.
Revenge game.
Don't know. Yeah, it's a revenge game, but don't for Flacco.
Yeah.
Don't know who their quarterback's going to be. I don't think it'll really matter.
It's Tyrod.
Yeah, it's probably based on what was said today. It's probably going to be Tyrod.
I just picked up Tyrod in one of my fantasy leagues because he's projected for 18 points. So
well, it's because they're playing the Bengals defense.
Well, I'm just saying he's starting.
Yes, he's starting. Okay. Although they came out today and said they're not going to name a starter to give the Bengals a competitive advantage. So
yeah, whatever. We know it's Tyrod.
Yeah.
All right, my second pick is gonna be. Give me the Bucks against the Saints at -4.5.
Okay, Bucks.
That's so low.
What is it? -4.5?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's low, but I think it's just the injuries and how bad the Bucks look this week. But that was one I looked at as well.
That's fall for it.
That's one I looked at as well for this week.
The Chiefs are 12.5-point favorites.
Dude, the Colts are 14-point favorites.
Are they really?
Against the Titans.
Oh, I mean yeah.
I'm not touching that.
Titans are terrible. I might. They've been beating all the bad teams by 20.
Yeah. Yeah, you're not wrong. I keep going back to the Packers, and I don't think I can do it again, but I kind of like them against the Steelers. All right, I'm going to go. Whoa. Give me
Aaron Rodgers' revenge game.
It is Aaron Rodgers' revenge game.
It's revenge week and tight ends week.
It is revenge week. I do like the tight ends week. I might take the over in Titans Colts. No, I'm not. All the ones I liked are taken. You took the two other ones that I like, so now I'm kind of like, fuck. God, there's an over-under I liked. Where the fuck is it?
You don't like how about Pat's 40.5 over? I guess it's the
Browns.
They can't score.
Tough. All right, give me Falcons -7.5. That is
Whoa.
disgusting to say out loud.
Whoa.
Yeah, that is disgusting to say out loud.
Oh my God, Brian.
I think the Dolphins are
Brian's already 0-1.
that dysfunctional. All right. What's your last one?
My last one, and I'm just going to give a quick shout out to my boy James for this hat at Better Golf Glove? Yeah, Better Golf Glove. And we're going to be better betters, you know?
Yeah.
You like that, Brian?
Need to be. Yeah, I need to be.
It's only going to get better from here.
Mm-hmm. That's what I've told myself for the last 10 years.
Yeah, anyway, this hat's dope. What haven't I picked? Oh, you know what? Since I was just talking shit to you about this, give me the Colts -14.
Colts. I like it. Put your money where your mouth is. Yeah, -110.
Yeah.
All right. And then I'm going to go my last one. I think I'm going to go Philly Giants over 43.5.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah. I think that was the one I was trying to
that
find.
last game they played, right?
Not positive, but I believe so. We're gonna check right now. But no, I think it was the over/under. Like Giants really it was 34-17. They went over. They went way over. The Giants are a functioning offense for the first time in I don't know how long. Their defense is solid, but I think there's going to be points in this game. I kind of said that's why I took AJ Brown. I think there's going to be points, and I think that's a low over/under. So I'm going to take that one. I feel much better about that than Falcons -7.5.
Cool. Follow us at.
Hold
on. Read them off really quick.
-118. Yeah, I'll read them off. So I had Bengals -6.5, -110. Falcons -7.5, -115. Philly Giants over 43.5 for -118. And then Mike 49ers +1.5 at -118. Bucks -4.5 at -108. And then Colts -14 at -110. Those are your bets of the week. Let's go 6-0 this week.
Yeah, let's go 6-0. And follow at Traveling Athlete Pod on YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram, and at Athlete Pod on Twitter. And we'll be back next week after the Bengals beat the Jets.
Yes, if they don't, I might not be here.
Oh, shit. We gotta do it again, dude. Look the lens cap out.